right, everybody, here's your organic test, all right? Here's your test, it's a video. What are you gonna do? You're gonna turn into me. You're gonna turn into me pictures with labels that I'm asking for. So you're gonna draw these in your notebook, then you'll take pictures and you'll turn the pages in order and you'll label the problems. There's 7 problems. So you're gonna have 7 different pictures that you turn in, or you can do 2 to a page and turn in 3 or 4 total pictures, but you get the idea. And please make sure your pictures are oriented in the right direction. And I'm not having to like turn my computer sideways. I can't accept that. Let's do it. All right, number one, we are going to look at PCl3. You are going to draw this molecule, and you are going to label all the bonds. You're going to make sure you include all the unbound pairs of electrons that you need. You are going to label it as polar or nonpolar. You're going to label the shape. And then I'm also going to ask you, you also need to include in your picture, if you have multiple PCl3s all over the place, what types of bonds are holding those different molecules together? So if you can't remember everything, just rewind the video and make sure you get it all in there. All right. Number 2, here are the things I need for number 2. Number 2, H2S. And you're going to draw that, you're going to label the shape, and I need you to include whether it is polar or nonpolar. And then I want to ask you to include any unbound pairs that you need, okay? Number 3 is going to be gallium fluoride. You need to draw this, label the shape, include all the unbound pairs of electrons. You should always label the bonds in there. Like I said, label the shape and indicate whether it is polar or nonpolar. Number 4 is CS2, carbon disulfide. You need to draw it, you need to label the shape, you need to label all the bonds within it. And for this one, I need you to show extra the hybridized orbitals for carbon in this situation. What would the carbon atom's electron level diagram look like? Okay? And is this, what shape is this? And what's the name of the shape? And is it polar or nonpolar? Number 5. You have CBr4. Draw it, label all the bonds, include all of the unbound pairs. Label the shape. Is it polar or nonpolar? Okay? And also for this one, since this is a carbon, I need you to show the hybridized orbitals. In other words, I need you to write down the 1s2, 2s2 configuration for 4 and 5. Number 6, same thing. Now this one you cannot label this shape because we don't have this shape, but you should absolutely be able to draw this. You should be able to label all the interior bonds. You should be able to show all the unbound pairs of electrons, and you should show the hybridized orbitals for carbon. Hybridized, you know what I'm saying, hybridized orbitals for carbon on this one. And you should be able to tell me if this is polar or nonpolar, but you can't name the shape on this one. And then the last one, I'll go back, and the last one will be number 7 is right here. And number 7 is O2. I need you to draw it, include all the bonds and where they go, show all the unbound pairs of electrons, label the intramolecular bonds, like we've said, for everyone, is it polar or nonpolar, and what is the shape? And then also for this one, what types of intermolecular bonds would hold these together? So if there's a bunch of O2 molecules and somehow we made oxygen into a liquid, what types of intermolecular bonds would be needed to hold oxygen together and make it a liquid? So you can always rewind if you're not sure what to do for each problem. Rewind and find out exactly what I'm asking. The safe bet is to, for every one, draw it if possible, label the shape, include all the, label all the interior bonds, show all the unbound pairs, write down the name of the shape, is it polar or nonpolar? Those are the safe things to do that every time. And then for the ones that have carbon in the middle, you're going to need to show the hybridized orbitals for that carbon. And let's see, I think for number 1 and for number 7, I'm also asking you for the intermolecular bonds. So good luck on this test.